live from Drewzillas in Alfriston and sunny West Sussex.
Let's see what animals we can see today.
Here we have a Burmese python. You can come closer, I'm a non-venomous snake.
Well, that's lovely, but I'm fine over here. Thank you. I don't want you getting attached.
Over here we have some squirrel monkeys, they're very lively.
We are the greatest monkeys around.
Fabulous. Maybe you can enter the team against the chaser.
That's a good idea. I think we could beat the bees.
Let's head over here to a tribal activity.
Here we have the Meerkat enclosure, and they're very happy to see us. They love the camera.
Hello! Hi!
Hello. Hello.
Hello!
Hi.
Well, they're keen.
We've just been talking to our cousin Sonny, who went on a little trip to a school near here called Southwest Junior School.
He's like a celebrity in here, as he's in the book called Meerkat Mail. We read Meerkat Mail in class and followed him on his travel around the world.
Then Sonny visited us at Southway. Then we wrote some of our own from Sonny back to his family.
Do you remember that in the big playground I saw the hawk and I had to run and I got very tired and then I found a new habitat at Southway Junior School and I was going for there and I smelled the hot dinners cooking. It smelled good.
Once before I left, I was excited to explore my new surroundings. There is lots of space for digging. There are lots of sculptures and things to play on. We made a network of tunnels so we could get about quicker.
What lovely postcards. I'm not sure about eating those scorpions though. Could be a sting on the tail there.
Anyways, let's see what's happening in here.
This looks like a workshop on animal adaptation and habitat.
Yes, it does. Let's see if we can listen in.
And here you can see we've used flippers on this penguin to represent their arms to help them swim through the water.
And here you can see we have used flippers on this penguin to represent their arms to help them swim through the water.
Over here we're looking at the way camels have adapted to their environment.
This thick fur coat keeps them warm in their home at the Gobi Desert, which can drop to temperatures of -50 degrees at night.
This thick fur coat keeps them warm at night in their home of the Gobi Desert, which can drop to temperatures of -50 degrees at night. They have large hooves to help them walk on the loose sand.
They have these incredibly long eyelashes to help them protect their eyes from small, tiny grains of sand that can blow in the wind.
They also have these incredibly long eyelashes to help them protect their eyes from tiny grains of sand that blow in the wind.
That's so knowledgeable in there.
Right, let's move on and see what else we have at Drewzillas.
Over here we have some beautiful flamingos.
Did you know that as a group we are called a flamboyance of flamingos? We catch our food upside down and underwater.
That's interesting.
You think that's interesting? The only reason we're pink is because of the food we eat. I wonder if we'd be green if we ate grass.
Okay, let's move over here to the Humboldt penguins.
Good idea. They're playing around in the water.
We love it here at New Zealand.
Have you seen Wallace anywhere?
You can dive up to 500 feet to get some food. Speaking of food, it's feeding time and I want the best fish. Let's go!
Looks like we caught them at the wrong time. Oh, look over here, we have some snowy owls.
wanted to write our own, but we wrote about the ocean. Two women were floating through the hot, gigantic Pacific Ocean. The boat was gently rocking on the water. Waves were lapping against the boat.
One teenager looked and pointed to the great depths of the ocean. Then she went below deck. The other teenager, who was shy, happy and quiet, started pouring a bucket of plastic into the ocean.
Wow, those stories are very inspiring and hopefully have given our audience some food of thought.
Well, that brings us to the end of our special The Green Planet. Thank you for tuning in.